right, as you guys know, I love my Tubi and I love my Tubi originals, even though there is a lot of bad Tubi originals. I still always got to give them a try if they look even slightly interesting. Okay, Death Name. This is about a young Korean American girl who is going to college and she can't get into the classes that she wants as a transfer student, and she feels pretty insecure about her knowledge of her culture and her ancestry. So she sees that there's a history of like Korean culture and history. I think I'm like just doubling up there, but yeah, I think something along those lines. And so she enrolls there. She meets a bunch of other Korean Americans, and she starts to, bond with them and whatnot. And then she asks her parents, like, "Hey, why don't I have a Korean name? Like, I got an American name, but what is my Korean name?" Her grandmother freaks out about this. "You can't know about this. Don't talk about this," whatever. And it ends up being that her Korean name is cursed. And if you speak it, you invoke the curse. Very classic, tropey, gimmicky style horror film. But I was here for it, right? Like I was like excited. This came out today, and I'll talk about my experience with watching this as far as like when it was released. But yeah, unfortunately, this one was pretty lame. It's only if you're someone like me who has a serious tolerance and threshold for suffering when it comes to like lower budgeted films would you find this watchable. This was like watchable-ish for someone like me. Now for the general audience this would just be pure garbage. As far as like production value and that goes, it's fine. The film looks fine. The acting in it is mostly forced and amateur. I do like our lead girl here. Now, I will admit a bit of a bias. I love my Asian ladies, especially like Korean and Japanese girls. So that wasn't hurting. The Korean girls in this are very attractive. But I liked her fine as a character. Like, she was fine. She was just like adequate, but fair. Like, she was maybe 2-dimensional. I won't give her 3 dimensions, but I don't think she's as low as 1 dimension. Like, I think there was a little depth to like her background of like her feeling, uncultured about her where her parents and her grandparents came from. I think it's her grandmother, right? Her grandmother moves to the States. So, now, I was wondering while watching this how this would appeal to a Korean who lives in America. Would this be cringy to them, or would this be like representative in a way where they're like, "Oh, it's cool to see, nods to this or that or whatever." You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, obviously. So like, I don't know how to gauge that response and like and like try to sell you or not on that. You'd have to watch it for yourself if this sounds even slightly interesting to you. But man, I'll tell you this: the villain in this was so lame, so fucking lame. And the horror in this, okay. The very very opening like couple minute or two was actually kind of stylish, and I was like, oh, this could be kind of cool. Like, there's actually some style here. And then it just goes into the modern day stuff, and it's just generic garbage. And I was like, oh, this is kind of lame. And then I saw the hot Korean girl, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe there's something going on here. And then it was just like, oh, once that wore off, I was like, oh, this is pretty lame. But yeah, I don't know. I will say this: as far as like, as far as the release dates of Tubi, I honestly don't understand what their like release date schedule is, because this was a Friday release, and I was thinking, okay, maybe it releases at midnight, right? Like a lot of streaming services do. And so like I Googled it, and it said that it sometimes releases at midnight Eastern time. And I was like, oh, well, that's 10 o'clock here. So then I tried when I got home from Primate to throw it on, and it was midnight. And I was like, well, not only is it Eastern time midnight, but it's also Mountain Standard Time midnight. And I was like, that hopefully will be good. Then I was, when it wasn't on there, I then went back at 1 a.m. and looked, because I was like, well, now it's midnight in California, and that's typically when everything drops on like a Netflix or whatever is at midnight in LA. It wasn't on there then, but then right before I went to bed at 1:30, it was on there. And I checked at like 1:03, and then I think I checked again at like 1:10, and it was not on there. But then at 1:30 a.m. in Mountain Standard Time, it was on there. So I don't know what timer they have set on their movies, but whatever. I'm not usually waiting up for these, but because I was somewhat looking forward to this being the first Tubi original horror film of the year, I wanted to be on the ball with it, and I got home from Primate, and I was like, this will be perfect. It's midnight. I'll throw it on, do a review, and go to bed. Usually I go to bed around 2 a.m., so I was like, this will be perfect. Nope. No such luck. So I woke up today, and then when I went to go sit down to record this review, I got up early, watched it, and was going to record. There was yard work going on out here that I couldn't record over, and I had to wait till now. So there you go. Tubi's release schedule and my gardening schedule here at this complex. Nothing was lining up for me. But yeah, just a very, very lame movie. Tropey as fuck. Nothing is interesting. Nothing is unique. Nothing is memorable. No character has... Like, there's a friend group dynamic here that goes absolutely nowhere. Like, nothing comes of it pretty much at all. There's a girl in the group who's like, you're a poser. Like, we're real Koreans, and you're just trying to, do it because it's in fashion, and they have a little bit of back and forth. And then that just kind of like resolves itself later on with really no pushback or any kind of like character growth or development or anything. They're just kind of like, oh, I'll just help you out kind of thing. And you're like, okay, why? And then the other two, like one of them gets hurt and you never see them again. And you're like, okay, I guess they're gone. And then the other one is just gone. You never see him again. And you're like, what is this? What are these characters? And it's like, yeah. And then the ending and what happens and transpires between her and like the villain and her grandmother and all that is so stupid. It's so stupid. And God, the villain is so fucking lame, guys. The villain is so fucking lame. One of the worst villains I've seen in a horror film in a while. So there's like a couple cool shots. There's this like thing with the ceiling and something that happens with it that looked kind of cool for like a second. And that's it, guys. There's nothing to this movie. It's pretty bad. So unfortunately, now I'm not going to tarnish the perfect score that 2026 has with this film. I was actually going to wait to review this with a bunch of other movies because I don't want to flood the channel with a ton of reviews this year. But because it's a Tubi original, I do want to give Tubi Originals kind of their own video. But yeah, as far as the like perfect score that 2026 has going for it, I'm just going to say that for the bigger releases. I'm going to say that for like the theater stuff or whatnot. So right now it's 3 for 3 in theater releases. Great films so far. We Bury the Dead, The Plague, and Primate, all solids. I think I gave every one of them a 4. I might have even given The Plague a 4.5. So very solid start to this year. This is a blemish, but it is a small one because it's a Tubi original. 99% of you will never watch this fucking film. And hopefully everyone who watches this video, 100% of them don't watch it because this is not worth your time. Death Name, let it stay dead. Adios.